God, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jasmine and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be trying out something that I've never done before, but I've been wanting to do it for a really long time, and I'm going to be trying out paint pour art. I feel like it is really cool, and most of the time the designs turned out really pretty, and the best thing about it is that no matter what you make, usually it comes out great, and it's always different and unique. So I'm really excited. The reason why I wanted to do this is because I'm redoing my room right now, and I thought that it would be cool to do it now so I can make some amazing paintings for my wall, and I decided to make a video for you guys about it. So without further ado, let's get started. Today I'm going to be making 3 different paintings, and I have 3 11 by 14 inch canvases. Here's what they look like, and I'm going to be making my paintings on these. Okay, so next to my canvas, the most important part is the paints. And as you guys can tell, I have a lot of paints. I chose these colors because these are pretty much like the theme colors of my room. So I have a little bit of black. I have a lot of white. I have 4 different whites here, but they're white. And then I have 3 different colors of gray. I have dolphin gray. I have dark gray, and I have elephant gray. And then I also have 2 of these rose gold metallic paints, and these are so pretty, and I'm so excited to use these colors. Next I have Floetrol. Here it is. I was watching some people do videos on them making paint pour videos, and people use silicone and this in most of the videos. And I don't have silicone, but my dad had Floetrol, and I saw people use this in their videos. They used to just like mix it together with like the silicone or just use either this or that. But this is what I have, so hopefully it'll make my paint pour art turn out good. Next I have cups. I have bigger sized cups and smaller sized cups. And then I also have a cup filled halfway with a little bit of water. So in the videos that I was watching, I noticed that they used different like items to make cool designs in the paint when they were pouring them. So I have like a lemon strainer, and I have this snowflake cookie cutter. So I'm gonna use one of them. I'm just not sure which one I want to try out yet. Then I have some popsicle sticks so that I could stir up the paint before I pour it. And then I also have a brush for the paint. I don't know if I'm gonna even use this, but I have it just in case so I can be prepared. The last 2 items I have is a torch, and this is used to get rid of the air bubbles in your painting. And then I also have 4 thumbtacks because I'm not sure if I'm going to put my canvas either on these or on a cup to hold it up so that the paint can like drip down the sides. And then I also have paper towels because you always need paper towels when you're working with stuff that's messy, especially paint. And I'm going to put this on my surface as well because it'll like soak up the paint if it drips down. And it'll also help if I make a mess, which hopefully I don't. So now let's clean off my surface and get ready for paint pouring. I have my cups that I'm going to use for my paint prepared in front of me. But from watching the videos, what I learned is you're supposed to take 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part water, and 1 part paint and mix that together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use like these little tiny cups as the parts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour 2 cups of Floetrol into each of the bigger cups. And first, before opening it up, you have to shake it really well. Ugh. Okay, now that it's shaken, we're going to open it up and pour it out into the cups. Oh, it's white. I didn't even know that. And then pour it into the cups. now all our cups are filled with Floetrol. So for the first canvas, these are the 4 colors I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using Elephant Gray, Dark Gray, Rose Gold, and White. And since we measured out 2 cups of Floetrol, which is 2 parts, we're going to measure out 1 cup of each of the color of paints because we need 1 part of paint. So I'm going to start off with the Elephant Gray, and we have to shake up each of the paints. Make sure that they're nice. Okay, now we're going to do Dark Gray. Now we need a cup of this one too. Then we have our Rose Gold. Oh, that's so pretty. I really like Rose Gold, it's really pretty. And then one last one. So we have our white. You're not even going to be able to see the white in it because it's white on white. This one is actually a little bit lighter than the Floetrol. So you can see it. Ta-da! Now I'm going to take a popsicle stick and stir up each of the cups so I can see how like flowing they are. So I'm going to start off with light gray. Then dark gray. I don't know why, or if it's just from the ring light, but it almost looks green. It gives off like an olive green kind of tint, but it says dark gray, so I'm gonna trust the label. Okay, rose gold. Whoa, this color is so pretty. And then the white is going to be hard to mix because you can't really see the color in it. Next, we're going to add the water. So I have my big cup of water in here, and I'm going to pour it into here. I'm not going to use all of the water I pour into it, even though it says to use 1 part water, because I'm only going to pour in half to see if I need the other half of it, because it's really it's flowing already right now. A little bit more. And then I'm going to mix it together to see. Make sure that this is all combined as well. This actually might be good. I don't even think I need the other half of it because it is really flowy, if you guys can tell. Now that all my colors are mixed and ready to go, we're going to pour the colors into a new cup, and you're supposed to pour them in a pattern that you want the colors to show up on the canvas. And I don't know why, but people always start off with white, and because I want rose gold to be like the color that stands out the most, I'm going to put more of it. but I'm going to do white, rose gold, dark gray, and then another layer white, rose gold, white, dark gray, and then light gray. Sorry. So let's start pouring them. And also you want to tilt the cup a little bit so it, like when you're pouring each color over it, I don't know how to explain this, so that they don't sink to the bottom of the other color. Okay, here is my cup, and it looks so cool from the outside. So I have my canvas here, and I put the 4 pins in the bottom of it so that it like holds it off of the table, so it's not directly touching the table, so the paint can flow down the sides. And I also have my cup of paint right here, and it looks so cool. But for the first technique I'm going to be trying out is I'm going to take the cup and flip the canvas onto it, and then flip it over, and then I'm going to drag it across it, and then lift it up. And hopefully it doesn't make a huge mess, and also I really hope that it turns out pretty cool. So let's do it. So I'm going to take it and flip it, one second, in the middle around there. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I've never done anything like this before. And then I know that you are supposed to let it sit upside down so the paint can like go down from the bottom of the cup. So I'm going to tap the bottom of the cup a little bit just to help the paint get down a little bit faster. Oh, I'm so excited to see what it looks like. Okay. I'm gonna lift it up a tiny bit. It's like suction cup to the canvas. Whoa. Oh, whoa! Oh my gosh, that is so cool. I'm gonna get that off. Oh, there's like a lot of rose gold in it, but like I'm so happy about that because I wanted rose gold to be like the main color. And then now I'm going to move it around. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't do that. No, I need paint on the canvas too. Okay, get it in this corner. Oh, ah! It is messy. It's getting all over my hands. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. I like the design of like the white in it though. I don't want to mess it up. Get some in this corner. No. The feel of like cold paint on your fingers is so weird. Okay, now that I got it on this side, I need to get it on that side. Ooh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love these colors together. It's making a huge mess though under it. Ooh, whoa. And then get that like design in that corner a little bit towards the middle because I really like that. Oh my gosh, it turned out so pretty. So I let it sit for a minute, and it had like some of these more like cells that came out in like this white part too. And I feel like it looks so pretty. And I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I think that the rose gold definitely stand out in like the colors. And this white part right here isn't amazing, but like it's the colored cells in it, and like if you look very carefully at the cells, you can almost see like the pattern that was inside of the cup, and it looks so pretty. So now we have to wait for this one to dry. Now I'm going to be starting off my second painting. And this time I'm going to speed up the mixing process because I already showed you guys how I did it with the last time. But I wanted to mention that it says that you're supposed to add 1 part of water, which for me it's one of these mini cups. but for some reason it might be the paint or it might be because I used Floetrol, but I only need to use half a cup of water. And also the colors I'm going to be mixing is Dolphin Gray, Rose Gold, and White like last time, but this time I'm going to be adding Elephant Gray and this Sequin Black. So let's start mixing them. I have all my colors mixed together and now I'm going to pour them into a cup again. Here is my cup and it looks so pretty just like last time. So for this design, I'm going to try to do a swirl with the paint because I saw someone do it and it came out with this really cool like layers effect. And since I'm going to be swirling it and not like doing it right in the center, I'm going to paint the edges and the sides to like almost round it and make it a circle because I have a rectangle canvas, so I'm going to paint it with dark gray, just the corners and the sides. Okay, so I'm really nervous, but let's go. I hope that this turns out good. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna quickly torch it a little bit to activate the air or the cells really quickly. I don't want to dry it though, so I'm gonna put that down. And the cells are already starting to open up if you guys look closely, and it looks so pretty. what the second painting turned out like, and it looks really pretty. I like it a lot, and it almost kind of looks like a sedimentary rock or something with all like the different layers and stuff, and like the cells are opening up, and I just like how the colors look together, and the little bit of black in it, sorry I can't talk, but the little bit of black in it looks really good with the rest of the colors, and I like it a lot. So now we're going to put this aside so that it can fully dry, and we're going to start off our third painting. So now I am ready for my third painting, and I have the same colors that I used for my last painting. I just mixed them together like what I normally did. I just didn't want to make you guys bored with showing you guys me mixing paint for that many times. But for this painting, I'm going to be using a lemon strainer. I've seen people use this before and it turns out really cool, and I decided that I was going to try it out. For this one, I'm not going to be pouring it into a cup like what I did for the last two, but I'm automatically going to be pouring the colors onto the lemon strainer directly, and then hopefully it'll like go through like the holes at the bottom and give it a really cool design. I am going to be starting with light gray.
No more time. Can we make a move? Overthinking, you and I. What do we have to lose?
So this is the final painting. I think it turned out really pretty, but I also think that there is a little bit too much black in it. And also the design is mostly like over here, and then over here is just like gray, white, and like rose gold. But it's still really pretty. I just wish there wasn't that much black in it. We're going to set this painting to the side so that it can dry, and I'm really excited to see what it looks like when it's all finished. So because I had 4 canvases, I decided to make one more painting, and for this painting I'm going to be using the same colors I did for the last two, but I'm going to be using a snowflake shaped cookie cutter in the middle of my canvas. And for this one, I've seen people use cookie cutters before, and you just directly pour the paint into the cookie cutter, and you're supposed to fill up the cookie cutter pretty much with paint before you lift it up, and it gives it a pretty cool design. And this one might be my favorite one, and I'm really excited to try it out. So let's get started.
up from the dust. Oh, here we go, go, go. Let us heal and grow. You won't be alone. We're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life. We're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it.
So this is the fourth painting I made, and it's almost funny because if from my view, for me, if I look at it, I can see like an eye and like that's the eyebrow, but I don't know. But this is the fourth painting. I actually really like how it turned out, except for the part where it looks like an eye. But yeah, and it's kind of pretty, and I like how much rose gold is there because I love rose gold. So here was the first paint pour that I made, and I really like it. It's just that it doesn't really match the other paintings that I made because I put black into those. So I made another cup that has black in it, and I'm just going to zigzag it on top of this one to hopefully make it look good and to kind of match the other ones.
All you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. All you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne.
So this is how it turned out. I think it kind of turned out really cool, and I like how you could see more of the colors more in this one, and then this way with the black it matches the rest of my paintings. So we're going to come back when all of them are dry so I can show you guys the final results. Now I am back, and I have waited 2.5 days for the canvases to completely dry, and now it is time for the big final reveal of how my paint pour art turned out. This is the first painting I made, and I think that it turned out really well. If you guys made it this far, you may know that this isn't the original first painting I made, because even though I really liked it, I decided to make a sacrifice to paint over it with some new colors, because in the first one it was really light and most of the colors just mixed together, and I mean it was my first try, but I didn't put black into it, and in the rest of the paintings I did. So I decided to sacrifice this painting and go over it one more time, and it came out in this really cool design, and I feel like all the colors look a lot better on this one, and the black just makes it go along with the rest of the paintings really well. This is the second painting that I made, and this one is probably my favorite one out of all of them because it just turned out so cool. And now that since they're like completely dry, since like in the black there's so much more cells than originally when it was wet. And since the black is such like a dark color and it's really dense, the lighter colors like came up and like formed cells, so it's not as dark as it originally was, but it is still definitely my favorite one. So here is the third painting I made, and I feel like it turned out pretty cool. My mom says that it kind of represents like ice and fire because on this side there's a lot of black in the painting because I did this with a lemon strainer and I accidentally poured more black on this side. And then on this side, and this one has no black in it, so like that's the ice and then that's fire. But it turned out pretty cool. Here is the fourth and final painting I made, and this one turned out really cool as well. And I wanted to mention that these paintings actually dried pretty shiny because for the most part I used gloss paint. I had some matte paints in it, but I used gloss paint the most. And I also wanted to mention that the rose gold looks so much cooler since it's dry because now you can actually see that it's like metallic and rose gold, and it's just really pretty. And also this almost reminds me of like a mountain or something. This is actually the painting that I said looks like an eye and then the eyebrow, but it looks totally different up here. So I'm actually happy it doesn't look like an eye anymore. Also, one of the paintings, I'm not sure which one yet, but it's going to be right here in my background, like this. I'm not sure which painting I'm going to do yet, but I'm leaning the most towards this one. Now I'm going to insert pictures of each of the 4 paintings in the next couple of clips so you guys can vote which one is your favorite. Mine has to be the second one, and then in second place is number 1. This is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I want you guys to comment down below which of the 4 paintings are your favorite. Mine has to be the first and the second one, as I already mentioned. Also, comment down below if you guys want to try Paint Pour Out. It's a lot of fun and I'm really happy I did it because I came out with some really cool results. Anyways, also don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Love you guys. Bye!